What's up, everybody? How's it going? It's Chris Casafranca. Not really sure if I've started live. It looks like I have. So I'm here coming from Southern California. And we're going to talk about the Lakers. Not necessarily going to be talking about it, we're going to be broadcasting the game. So my job will be to provide a voice and some eyes and ears for you guys so that all you have to do is listen along. I'll try to catch the play by play as well as possible. Game four, it's a huge game for both teams. Lakers want to go into game five in Phoenix with a commanding 3 games to 1 lead, where the other team, the Suns, have a really good chance to tie up the series today if they do what they've been doing the first few games, which is give the ball to DeAndre Ayton. That guy is a solid player, so I think he needs to touch the ball at least 50 times and then take at least 20 shots. So that's the key for the Suns, is to get DeAndre Ayton as involved as possible. And I'll beat on this drum with Devin Booker. He's got to make more shots. If he's taking 20 shots, he's got to make at least 9, not 6 of 17. I think there was a goaltending call on one of his plays, but let's see how Devin Booker and Ayton do. I'm not putting any faith in Chris Paul in the playoffs. So the Lakers should win this game. They're at home. They're 6.5-point favorites. They've got LeBron, who's looking better, a little more aggressive in the second half. So let's see how aggressive he is. They've also got Anthony Davis is playing at a career level right now. I probably saw about 6 dunks from him the last game. So let's see how focused they are on playing on the inside. You got to stop the Lakers' interior offense. If you can do that, you have a chance. So let's see what happens. So other key players that you want to pay attention to, Dennis Schroeder. He kind of got punked at the end of the last game. So let's see how he comes out with a little chip on his shoulder. Let's see. So the game's going to be starting any minute now. I think we got a couple of commercials, but let's see if they got anything, to tell us about pregame. This morning, we had the Knicks, who were down 2 games to 1 to the Hawks. So that was another big game. I'm going to check that score out in a moment. I don't have a box score in front of me or anything like that. So I'll just talk about some of these other teams and what they need to do to succeed. So the Knicks and the Hawks are 2 good young teams with talented young players. It's interesting to see how much time Derrick Rose is getting right now and how much he might have played today against Trae Young. So I think for the Knicks to win, they have to increase their field goal percentage and efficiency. And Trae Young, he just looks unstoppable. So as long as Trae Young has the ball in his hands, the Hawks have a chance. I don't really follow either of those teams, but I know that Julius Randle, once he goes beast mode, they should beat the Hawks. But that's all dependent on what happened this morning. Later on, Celtic pride, let's see how much they can hold up. They terrorized Kyrie, and Harden and Durant went off, and they still lost. So look for the Celtics to give the Nets a tough match, but I'm pretty sure the Nets will win tonight. And with the Clippers and the Mavs, hey, the Clippers finally figured it out. They won a game. There's no reason why they can't win game 4 in Dallas, but I think the fans will be a factor, maybe even the refs, and the Mavs should take care of business today. One other different sport going on today, the Dodgers against the Giants, second versus third place, both chasing the #1 team in baseball, the Padres. So let's see how that game goes. It should be running concurrently at the same time as the Dodger game. So, okay, guys, we're about to get started here. Let me put it back on that Laker game real quick. And so they're showing a little bit of the parks here by Route 66. I think that's probably like over there in Santa Monica. LA is a beautiful city. A lot of people come out here for opportunities and the beautiful weather. There's no reason not to like the city. Maybe it's a little too liberal for people, but obviously LeBron came to Los Angeles because of the ambiance, the environment, and the liberal thinking out here. So I'm in Southern California. I'm down here in San Diego, but I've lived in both cities so long to say they're both great places. All right, guys. So let's talk about some of the next matchups that we might see. If the Lakers do happen to win this series, which they will, they'll get the winner of Portland and Denver, 2 teams that they faced last year. Now, if we take a look at Portland, they have improved from last year in that they're a little bit healthier. So I think they've got Covington now. Melo's playing well. Last year, Nurkic was injured, so they've got better center play this year. And, of course, they're going to rely on their guards, Lillard and McCollum. So who knows? If those guards are hot, they could beat Denver. Denver's a little thin without Jamal Murray, but they do have enough talent around the other guys. So I think Jokic and the Nuggets will be the Lakers' next opponent. And just like last year, the Lakers can overwhelm them with their athleticism and speed. And, Nuggets are a little bit bigger than the Suns, so that should be a good matchup. I'll say that series goes six, where this series, it should only go five. And then in the Western Conference Finals, it's either going to be the Jazz, Mavs, or Clippers. Memphis is still in there, but they've got an uphill battle to climb. I'd really like to see the Lakers against the Clippers in the West Finals and the Knicks against the Nets in the East Finals. So it's New York against New York and LA against LA. And then in the final, obviously, it's going to be NY versus LA. Okay, guys, so I'm just rambling here. The game hasn't started yet. My goal is to do a whole half, which is about an hour of playing time, but probably I'll just do the first quarter. Sunday, fun day, a lot of stuff going on. So, yeah, I'm really going to try to like give you guys as much as I can while I'm here. But if I cut out early, there's other great streamers that do Laker games. I do check out Bad Dog Sports a lot. So he's a guy from New York. He understands basketball a lot, has a lot of passion in his voice. So check out Bad Dog Sports if I ever leave these streams. All right, guys. So they're showing a little intro here, kind of like a virtual background on these guys like AD, KD, and then they got it's playoff time. That's right. It's playoff time. You guys ready? Let's do this. All right. So they're just going to probably pan into the Staples Center, give us a nice skyline, one of those Goodyear blimps, probably. So they show Aiton, Paul, and Booker versus LeBron, AD, and Schroeder. It's on, man. It's starting to feel like a real big game. It's a little overcast in downtown LA. See a couple people walking into the Staples Centers with some Shaq and Kobe jerseys. That is legit, man. Talk about a long lineage of great NBA basketball players that wore Laker jerseys. So there's a long line forming out in front, and looks like they're still doing the social distancing thing. So slowly but surely, there's going to be more and more fans in these games. Right now, probably going to have about 7 to 10,000. Where if they go on the road, it's like 15,000. So Lakers do have a home court advantage. They play incredible on the road. I have a theory on that, but they're at home. They should be motivated. Finally, have some fans for playoff games in LA. AD looks like he's practicing on one foot, so it's good to like do some stability training where you're shooting on one foot or jumping off one foot for the balance. But let's hope his leg is healthy. Okay, guys, so they're showing all three guys. Looks like Breen, Van Gundy, and Jackson are doing the game, and looks like almost like a virtual setting, like they're not sitting next to each other. So technology is amazing now, guys. You could see three people on the same screen, and they're not even sitting next to each other. All right, so you could see on the overhead, they're showing some highlights of previous Laker games, and Chris Paul's in there. Jersey's not tucked in, so he can't play yet. I want a technical foul on Chris Paul. He wants everybody to get a technical foul if they're like scratching their nose. So let's give a technical foul. Chris Paul, tuck in that jersey. All right, anyways. All right, that's the horn. They're all going to meet at center line any second. Let me readjust here a little bit so I can face the TV without having to turn my head. Oh, boy. Can't really hear the crowd. Can't really hear the calling. So I'm just going to kind of guess. Maybe I'll put some closed captioning on. There it is, a little closed caption. Woo, woo. You ready for this? You ready? Gonna knock down buckets. Knock it down. Pull up. Shoot it. Swish. My wife's looking at me like I'm crazy. She's 50% right. I'm crazy about the Lakers. All right. So there you show AD 13 points in game one. And then the next two games, he's scoring 34 points a game. So that's 27 points a game through 3 games. That's how it averages. Everybody was hating on AD. Oh, he averaged 28 or 27 last playoffs. Guess what? He's averaging 27 these playoffs. So there's the tip. Won by the Lakers. Goes to Matthews. Wow. So KCP is not in the game. Schroeder to Drummond up top. There's LeBron working from about 25 feet away, who finds AD from the top of the key, misses the 20-footer. Nice rebound by Chris Paul. Goes above Drummond. And then there's Booker, who fakes the three, passes it down low to Ayton, slam dunk. Nice play by the Suns. So there's an inbounds pass to Schroeder, runs in on the right side. He's being guarded by Booker from about 3-point line. He gets it back to Drummond. Drummond's going down the middle, makes a hard move towards the middle and loses the ball. Let's see who they call it out on. Out on the Lakers. So Drummond looked a little clumsy there trying to make a play. Ball to the Suns. Chris Paul inbounds it, gets it back. Taking it up on the left side, just crosses the line. There's Booker with the screen, doesn't really hold it. Ayton rolls on a screen. Paul finds the jump shooter on the top, Miles Bridges, and it just rims out. So there's rebound by Drummond, who gets it to LeBron. LeBron's dribbling it on the top of the key. He's still got the ball. Nice pick by Drummond. LeBron in the middle of the key. 15-foot fadeaway, no good. Battle for the rebound. Crowder's got it. Crowder, they throw another nice lob pass to Ayton right underneath the rim, but this time they can't control it. So you could see they're really going into Ayton as much as possible. And that was an excellent, excellent idea because they're the best. Those are the two best players, Booker and Ayton. So you got to keep going to those two guys. So I'm very surprised that Matthews is in there for KCP. So we know that's really a serious injury. Nice screen by Drummond to Schroeder. Schroeder uses it, gives it back up top to Matthews. Matthews back to Schroeder. Schroeder, tough 15-footer. Excellent defense by the Suns so far. So Chris Paul has the ball, dribbling it up right on the top of the three-point line. Nice pass to Ayton, who goes hard to the rim. Clumsily loses the ball. Drummond's got it, gets it to LeBron in transition, goes all the way to the rim. Bucket. You can't stop LeBron at the rim. 2-2. So here we go. 2-2. 10 minutes left in the first. Chris Paul's got the ball, gets it into the key, holds the ball, surveys it, gets it to Crowder, who cuts. He's trying to be aggressive, finds Ayton for the slam dunk. 4-2 Suns with 10 minutes to go. So Ayton has all of the points for the Suns. What a surprise there. And he's complaining like he probably wanted a call. Schroeder's got the ball again. Boy, I'm curious to see how this team's going to be without KCP, who's the best three-point shooter on the team for at least 3 or 4 years. So Matthews gets it to AD, who's backing in Crowder from about 20 feet away with his back to the basket. Not a very aggressive position, but nice turn, spin, air ball, but there's a foul on the wrist. So Crowder was a little too aggressive on that play and got AD on the elbow, So there will be 2 shots for Anthony Davis, down 2-0 with 9.5 minutes to go. So the Lakers need to scratch on the board here, get some points going, huh? Let's see what happens. So DeAndre Ayton, 31 of his 34 field goals are in the restricted area. That means that he's just shooting layups. Like, come on, let's put someone physical on him. AD makes the first free throw, so it's now 2-1 Lakers. So this guy's talking about all of the basketball. In basketball, Andallo, FS, Barcelona. Okay, those sound like good teams. It's all about the Lakers, though. I'm pretty sure they'd crush all those teams. But those sound like good teams. So AD here, the second free throw. It's good. Let's make it 4-4. So LeBron's got 2 points and AD's got 2 points. Good game so far. Thanks for the commentary, Marty. And thanks, Gladys. Go Lakers. All right, guys. So there's some ultra-aggressive defense on Booker. Matthews takes him down. I like that matchup for the Lakers. Defensive-wise, Matthews should give Booker trouble. Chris Paul floats into the lane, pulls up massively from 12 feet and makes it. 6-4, Suns are winning. So I like the way the Suns have come out so far. Schroeder's got the ball, dribbled on the left side, gets inside the three-point line, finds LeBron from 27 feet, fakes the three, gets it back to Schroeder. Schroeder fakes the three, dribbles in from about 15 feet on the left side, finds AD from about 17 feet, top of the key. LeBron for three from 25 feet, no good. Nice tip by Drummond. That was Matthews. So Matthews tips it out to Schroeder to give him another chance. 6-4 Suns with about 9 minutes to go. AD backing in Booker. Schroeder fakes the three. Was that Matthews? Oh, man, I got to get a vision check. So missed three again by the Lakers. They're out a little bit cold here. Only one made shot. That was the LeBron layup. Chris Paul uses the pick and misses the three. So there's Drummond with the rebound. He passes up to LeBron. LeBron tries to get it all the way up to AD, but it gets tipped. Matthews another three, and this time it's good. Yes. 7-6, Lakers are up. So I like to see Matthews make a shot early to develop that confidence. That's good. That's good. All right, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I promise. I'll bring it every time. All right, so Chris Paul, nice dribble fake. Goes right, fakes left. And he finds Booker on the left side. He kicks it back out to Paul. Paul surveying the court, uses a screen on the left. Finds Crowder, who shoots the three way off. If you're guarding AD, you're not going to be good on offense. So Crowder didn't even hit the rim on that three. Total brick. Gets it to Matthews on the wing. Matthews gets it to AD, who's posting up Crowder. Not a great angle, but he loves to do a counter move. He's backing him into the middle. Fade away from 15 feet. Short. Excellent defense by Crowder. So 7-6, Lakers are up with 7.5 minutes to go. Booker, hesitation dribble, easily gets to the rim. That guy is shifty, man. So he just did a little hesitation dribble, power dribble to the left, and got to the rim. Now there's a steal by the Suns in the backcourt, but they give it right back to LeBron. So LeBron's got it. It's 2-on-4, 3-on-4, but now got it even 4-on-4. LeBron's going to wait for AD to get back. He's doing a lot of dribbling here. Another step back three, same spot. This time it's good. LeBron's on fire, baby. Three-pointer for LeBron gives the Lakers the lead, 10-8 with 7:11 to go. Go get your Slurpee. All right, so there's Chris Paul. He's backing in Schroeder. He's trying to play bully ball on the 160-pounder. And no call. I love the way the refs let him play. Out top to Schroeder, to Crowder. There's my daughter. She's looking at me. She's wondering why I'm talking so much. That's because the Lakers have the ball in fast break, 4-on-1. Find LeBron in transition. 12-8. Lakers are up. Yeah, I can only use energy for like a quarter because then my daughter is going to think I'm crazy. So 12-8, timeout Suns. Guess what, guys? I'm very excited. Can't you tell? All right, so while they're in this commercial break, let's talk about what's happening. The Suns are playing great defense. The Lakers got some transition buckets, so very smart of them to not try to play a grind-out game against this Suns team that's a lot better defensively than I thought. On the other end, it looks like Ayton is kind of like getting these high post passes where somebody gets the ball on the high post, like by the free throw line, and then lobs it into Ayton, and he's just getting all kinds of two-footers. So they have to make it a little tougher to make interior passes. The guys that are guarding the people on the perimeter, put your hands up, put your hands down. Don't make that pass so easy, and that'll make it a little easier for the post defenders to guard guys like Ayton. And he's their only threat, so why not just double down low and then force those guys to hit threes? So during this timeout here, I'm going to talk about the Dodgers. Yeah, can you believe it? I'll be talking about the Dodgers. 30-20. Or 31-21. They were like this close to first place. Now they're in third. Lost 2 games in a row. They got a big game against San Francisco today. Kind of like the, tie up the series. Lost 2 of the first 3. So go Dodgers. Let's see here. For the Boston Celtics to beat the Knicks later on today, they're going to need more production from Kemba Walker. I like their other guard, the defensive-minded guard that they have that does well. Is it Terry Rozier? It's not Terry Rozier. He used to play on the Celtics. But yeah, I like the other guard that they have, not Walker. And then, of course, Tatum. Now that Jaylen Brown's not there, they're a little thin. But I think the Celtics at home, they play real aggressive. They should win that game, man. I mean, Brooklyn's better, but just play your ball and you could beat them. So the Lakers are doing a really good job so far, even though they weren't making their shots early. They're, running their offense, and LeBron is making plays. So let's see what happens. The Suns, to me, are also doing well. They just, they're playing the best team in the NBA. So what can you do? You're not always going to look good when you're playing a bunch of superstars. Superstars. Anybody seen that movie? I think it's Will Ferrell, or that chick that's always in the movies with Will Ferrell, the SNL girl. Anyways, everything reminds me of a movie. Like right now, I feel like I'm in the movie The Twilight Zone. All right, I want to read this guy's comment. In basketball, Andelo, Efes, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Milan, Saka, Moscow, ability to beat teams like Newark, Detroit, Cleveland, Charlotte, Orlando. That's true. I mean, look, if you look at NBA teams in general, they don't practice a lot of the things that some of the Euro teams do. Can't always rely on talent in certain teams. So maybe those teams that you named, they have to rely on teamwork. Where when you talked about Detroit, Cleveland, Charlotte, Orlando, yeah, there's not a lot of talent there, especially Orlando, man. They can't even score the basketball. But those other teams are pretty good, Cleveland's got a lot of former Lakers. So I wouldn't count them too short. But yeah, you're probably right. Real Madrid and Barcelona could probably beat them. All right, guys. So there's Rachel Nichols. She's got her little mask on, and then they're showing the coach, Monty Williams, Coach of the Year. Chris Paul, probably, the best floor general in the NBA, even though he's always injured in the playoffs. They're probably talking about, what they need to win, what Chris Paul needs to do to stay healthy, all kinds of things. Gotta turn my phone off. Keys. I meant my car alarm off. All right, Chris Paul's dribbling the ball up. He finds Ayton from about 24 feet away. It's not a threat from out there, but gives a nice screen to Booker, who pulls up from 3. Brick. Man, what's wrong with Devin Booker? Nice rebound by Drummond to LeBron on the left side. LeBron does a nice crossover, almost loses it, does keep it, finds Drummond in the corner, who he should give it right back, but he's going to try to create some offense, apparently. So Drummond faces up, and he says, I don't want any piece of that. He gets it back to LeBron from 25 feet, like 6 feet behind the three-point line, and he almost made it. But no, there's a miss by LeBron. Nice rebound by Crowder, who gets it to their floor general, Paul. Ayton sets the screen, Paul gets rid of it to Crowder, who gets to the rim. Ooh, just over Drummond's hand for the layup. So nice basket, 12-10. The Lakers are up with 6 minutes to go. And there's Schroeder dribbling it up on the left side. Gets it to Drummond on the top of the three-point line. AD working from really far out on the three-point line. Gets it to LeBron. Back to the basket from about 17 feet. Faces up. And it looks like he's squaring up the defender, who I think is Mikal Bridges. Let's see. Nice spin move. Gets to the middle. Finds Drummond, but lazily makes the pass, and it gets stolen. Booker gets inside. Can't score on Schroeder. I am shocked. Layup by Booker doesn't go in over Schroeder, and he throws it away. Man, these Suns are playing sloppy. This is kind of when you're really good, you don't play too quick. You have to play at a little bit slower of a speed. And I feel like that's what Booker's doing. He's just playing a hair too fast. Just slow it down. He's good enough. All right, so the ball actually went off the Lakers at the very end. So the ball will be underneath the basket for the Suns. They trail 12-10 with 5.5 minutes to go. Chris Paul comes out after 7 minutes. He had 2 points, 1 of 2. LeBron's also sitting down. He looks a little more winded than I'd expect. But hey, it was Saturday night just a few hours ago. So maybe he had a party last night. We just don't know about it. All right, so Paul and LeBron are on the bench. Let's see how AD, Booker, and Ayton do. So they're still conferring, maybe trying to figure out who that ball was off of, but definitely it's off the Lakers. The inbounds pass looks like a 5-second violation, but they don't call it. Gets to Crowder, goes to the top of the key, screened by Ayton. That looks like the backup guard Payne, who misses a long three, but the ball somehow gets back to him. Booker this time for three, swish. And he did take his time on that shot. 13-12 Suns. They lead it by 1 with 5:11 to go. So now you got Caruso in the game as LeBron is out, and it looks like Kuzma's in there too. Caruso's got a wide open three, bricks it. Another rebound by Crowder, who gets it to Booker in transition, does a little hesitation dribble, pulls up from 20 feet, and there's a foul call. That should be on the ground, but let's see. So if you look at Booker, sometimes he'll fake like he's going to go and then shoots it, or fakes like a hard dribble, slows down, and then dribbles again. Very shifty with his speed. It looks like one of the young Suns, Johnson's in there. He gets it at the top of the key, feeds it over to Payne. Nice screen by Ayton. Payne in the middle of the key, shoots it over Gasol. That's a brick. Little contact, no call. AD with the pass over to Caruso, who's in the middle about 15 feet away, dribbles back out on the top of the key. He finds Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is backing in Booker to Caruso, who's on the top of the key. Davis on the high post, faces up. Now he starts to back in, turns baseline. Nice spin jumper from about 10 feet. 14-13, Lakers are up. Devin Booker with the ball. He's backing in. Looks like he's taking a little bit to the baseline, but backing in from 15 feet with Matthews all over him. Gasol comes over and takes the ball away. And there's AD dribbling it up, trying to be a point guard again. He had career, but it's hard to dribble and look at the ball. So now AD is backing in Booker. Like, how are they trying to guard him with Booker? AD decides to pass it out because the double comes, so Gasol is wide open for three. Great pass by AD. There was no way Booker could guard AD, so Ayton came on the double, which left Gasol wide open for the three. 17-13 Lakers with 3:50 to go in the first quarter. I'm really liking the vibe of this game so far. Lakers are 3 of 7 from the three. The Suns are only 1 of 5. There's a three-pointer by Johnson, who misses it. So the Suns are now 1 of 6. And AD's dribbling it up, goes behind the back. He goes all the way to the rim. Oh, he kicks it out to Caruso. I love to see a big man try to be a point guard. It's a little scary, but it's still fun to watch it. Caruso gets a nice screen, gets to the rim, finds Gasol, but too hot of a pass. Man, 10 feet away, threw it 100 miles an hour. So there's a turnover. Booker's got the ball. Nice screen. Finds a little gap, pulls up from about 17. And look, he's playing in slow motion right now and making baskets. So Booker has found his groove. I'm telling you right now. He doesn't have to go 100%. 80% Booker is dangerous. Look at this play, though. Booker's just backing in, or AD's just backing in Booker, finds Gasol for a wide open three when the double came. So they call a timeout there on that nice shot by the Suns. They're going to have to figure out a way to slow down Devin Booker. And I believe the Lakers are up by 1 point. All right, guys. So I kind of lost my edge a little bit today. I don't have my full focus on this game. I think I'm going to stop after one quarter because, Yeah, it's a little hard to focus right now. It's just I'm staring out the window and there's like this beautiful mountain. I feel like I should be at the beach or the park or something. That's it. We're going to the beach. Maybe when my daughter wakes up. She's going to take a nap pretty soon. So when she goes for her nappy time, dad has got to be quiet. Showing some previews for some movies coming out. Hopefully everybody gets a chance to go to the theaters. I saw this thing where you could rent a whole movie theater for $100. I think you could bring like 20 people or something like that. Probably you could bring more than that. But they let you rent a whole movie theater now for $100. So you could bring as many people as you want, maybe. Who knows? Okay, guys. So let's see here. I would like to check the score of the other basketball game. So I'm gonna go grab my phone real quick and then see who's winning. Is Valerie looking at my phone? All right, guys. So bust out the little electronic device here and do a quick recap of the Knicks game and give you guys some stats. Hopefully the Knicks won. They got demolished. They lost by 17 points. Wasn't even close. Yep. Julius Randle 23, 10, and 7, pretty good. RJ Barrett 21, 4, and 6. Yeah, these are decent numbers. But nope. Let's see how Trae Young did. Trae Young 27, 9, and 1. So Collins did a lot better, 22, 1, and 8. Yeah, I think that Collins and Bogdanovich, Trae Young, Gallinari, forgot about all that offense. So yeah, the Hawks should actually take care of business in that series. All right. So that's the only basketball we have this morning is the Knicks lost again. And then the Lakers are going to win again. All right, guys. So if anybody's down to chat, go ahead and type something like your favorite basketball player, favorite basketball team, and then I'll respond to it. Who do you guys think is going to win the NBA Finals this year? So with this commercial break, we'll talk about last year. The Lakers won the NBA championship. They breezed through the first series 4-1. Just like this series, they lost the first game to Portland. So if history continues the way it did last year, the Lakers should win the next two games. And then the next series, they played they played Houston, and they lost the first game to Westbrook and Harden, but then they won the next four. So, yeah, I think that the defense for the Lakers is just incredible the last 2 years. They're not going to be calling fouls on the Lakers because they've just developed this reputation for playing hard and physical, where in the past they were known as being a little soft, not being able to protect the paint. So the refs will give teams the benefit of the doubt when they play a certain way the whole time, as long as they're consistent. Schroeder's got the ball. Nice screen by AD. AD pops instead of rolls for three, a little long. There's a nice tip by Kuzma. Kuzma saves the Lakers an extra play. So that's nice by Kuzma to do something extra. And then Caruso's second shot of the game, another three is no good. So Lakers have gone a little cold. 17-15 with 2:52 to go. Booker does another shifty move. He's stopping. He's going. He feeds Payton for three. Swish. 18-17. The Suns are ahead. So it looks like a battle of three-point shots right now. There's Kuzma for three. No good. Boy, the Lakers are three-point happy right now. What can you do? That's their mode. 18-17 Suns with the ball. Payne gets screen. He pulls for three again. So it's the three-point competition. Another rebound by Kuzma, who finds AD ahead. That's one of their favorite plays. That's a total hack. They are pushing him in the back. Kuzma fakes the three, goes in. Gasol fakes the three, passes it to Kuzma, who's on the three-point line. Gasol for three. Hello. Is this a broken record? Is it just like a three-point show? Three-pointers all day? Okay, so there's a nice drive to the rim, and they call an offensive foul on the Suns. It did look like he kind of cleared out some space there on the shot number 12, who I need to pull up the box score so I know this. Craig. Craig goes to the rim on Gasol. Yeah, that was definitely a charge. Gasol held his space there. Okay. So the Lakers have the ball, trailing 18-17 with 2 minutes to go. There's Schroeder, dribbles to the middle, pulls up from the right key from 15 feet, misses the jumper. Boy, the Lakers are off, but that's okay because their defense is keeping them close. Wow, I must be on a delay on ABC because it shows here on my phone that it's 21-17, so I guess the Suns are going to make a three. There's a pass in the corner. Payne being guarded by Schroeder, dribbles to the middle, kicks it out to a wide open shooter. You know that's going in. And that's 21-17. The Suns are ahead. So I'm kind of tripping that ABC's on delay and the internet's on time. Schroeder with the ball. He gets the screen by AD. Schroeder keeps dribbling, gets to the rim, pulls up. It's good. 21-19 from about 7 feet away. Schroeder makes it on the baseline. Inbound pass to Payne. Payne gives it to Ayton, who's facing up from three-point line. There's a drive to the middle. Miss. Nice rebound by Gasol. Gasol gets it to Caruso, who finds AD. AD gets it to Schroeder for three. Swish. 22-21. Lakers are winning with 53 seconds to go. All right. There's the ball being dribbled up by Craig. Craig or Payne. I guess that's Payne. Craig shoots, gets fouled on the shot. So the Lakers will have the ball back, up 22-21 after these two free throws by the Suns. Caruso is not happy with that call, but he was all in his grill on that shot. Go back to that shot by Schroeder where AD just kicks it to the man right behind him, and Schroeder was wide open for three. So I'm losing my focus on the description a little bit today, guys. I need to focus right here on like exactly where the players are and which players are in, but to do that, I'm going to have to pull up the box score. I can't just go off memory. First free throw by Booker is good. Second free throw is good. 23-22 Suns with 43 seconds to go. I'm going to have to wrap this up after this quarter, guys, but it's been really fun. Schroeder's got the ball, down by one, uses the AD screen, kicks it out to AD, who pops instead of rolls. Schroeder gets the ball back in the corner. He does a couple of jab steps and gets rejected by Ayton on the three. Schroeder tried to be a little shifty there, but, that jab step didn't give him enough space. So Ayton rejects it. There's Booker with the ball. 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. So the Lakers should get the last shot if they get the ball back. Booker gets a screen on the left side from Ayton. Ayton rolls to the rim. Booker kicks it out to Craig for a long three. No good. Rebound Kuzma with 5 seconds left. He's at midcourt. He keeps going to the rim all the way. No good. Followed by Gasol. Good shot. Excellent job by Gasol to stay with it. Just trailed the play perfectly. Kuzma was going so hard to the rim that just had not enough touch on that bank shot, and he was getting nudged the whole time. There should have been a foul call, but Gasol went straight to the basket. That's 5 points for Pau Gasol in the first quarter. I mean, come on. He's going to have 20 points, right? Who knows? All right, guys, that's the end of my stream for today. I want my daughter to have a good nap today. It's Sunday, and I want to go to the park later. So, yeah, guys, it was a pleasure. Go Lakers. Good luck to the rest of the NBA. You're going to need it. We're done.